Atlanta United Fan TV, 3-3 draw. It's one of those games where it's reminiscent of like the Orlando City match in 2017 where Joseph Martinez is trying to will us to a win, and we're just not having it. And we ship goals. Not pretty.
I'm going to be completely honest. When it was 3-2, because it gets to a point where I'm trying to think of my thoughts for what I'm going to say to y'all. And I was getting ready to say, look, Red Bulls would have deserved a point, and then they go and get that point anyway. But it's infuriating. Like, to score that late, you should win the match. Whatever happened before that, it's fine. And yes, like you said, Joseph, willing.
Is it fine, though? I mean...
No, yeah, well, fine is relative, right? Obviously, like this performance needs to be dissected throughout because it's not good enough. And honestly, like, in a way, I'm glad that they only got the 1 point because it's as much as they deserved as a team.
You're talking about Atlanta United?
Yes, exactly. Atlanta in this case. Atlanta only deserved a point out of this. If you look at, and honestly, like, the sequence of the match throughout, like, Red Bulls dominated a good portion of that match. They had, until I want to say midway through the second half, twice as many shots as Atlanta, as many shots on goal as Atlanta had total shots at one point. It's, and it's Atlanta getting caught on the ball in defense. It's Red Bulls targeting Atlanta's left side. It's, all these symptoms of issues that have been bubbling all season. And unfortunately, our fan cam did not get released. So. Yeah. But some of the same thoughts apply.
Yeah, it boils over from Wednesday for sure, right?
Yeah, and I mean, the form has been not great since we've come back from break.
What do you boil that down to?
The defense has not been good. Like 12 goals conceded in these last 4 matches. I don't know how to fathom that exactly, because especially we were lauding the same back line. They had the shutout record or whatever, close to, I know almost as many shutouts so far as all of last season. That's all fine and well. Yeah. But you've got to bring it against the best teams. And I mean, Toronto, Montreal, not necessarily the best teams. Chicago's definitely not one of the best teams, and they put 5 on them in the first half. Mm-hmm. Only reason they didn't score more is because of some good goalkeeping on Atlanta trying harder in the second half. Oh, man, it's a bitter one. It's a bitter one, absolutely.
Well, I guess in terms of, a little bit in the attack, we have a little bit of... at least a bright side coming back with Joseph Martinez. Yes. With the brace, the king is back. So at least we have him trying to will us to these, victories and 3 points and whatnot. But, does it make you optimistic about the rest of this month when we have a lot of fixtures? And now we have some guys not only on yellow card accumulation, but you have guys who are going to be out for maybe 3 matches because of Larry with the red card.
Yeah.
And then you have LGP as well, like that type of stuff on our back line. It's getting to a time where we're going to be, trotting out there some Atlanta United 2 players.
Yeah, seriously. And Pogba had to come out. And I think, I will say, because Pogba was playing left center back, and so Parkhurst comes in at left center back, Ambrose is playing his first match or first start for a long time. Yep. They targeted that side. Both of the second goals. The second and third goal. Uh-huh. Yeah, they came from Red Bulls going down their right. And so most with Escobar, with Robinson, it should be better. And I think defense in general is more of a team, more of a how you set up kind of dynamic. And they seem to have figured it out before the break. I don't know what's happened since. I really can't put my finger on it. But Guzan, for example, you can tell he's not happy with the defense. He's regularly cussing him out, I'm assuming. I mean, it's
but he is culpable as well.
He is, sure, he is. But he's seeing the whole field, and what he's seeing are mistakes. They're just cutting, teams are just cutting right through Atlanta. It's not good. And in terms of the attack, it's great. Joseph did what I expected him to do, to be honest. I was hoping he would start against Chicago for that reason. And I think you see, the play going through him. He's been asked to play a little bit differently this year, and I thought this game was probably his best game in terms of not only the goals, but creating, dropping, helping the flow of the team. But he's getting frustrated because he's not, there was no movement a lot of times. And he can't do it by himself. PD Martinez, still not been great. He had to come out early. He just was not effective today. Yeah, he had the assist.
Yeah, he did.
But outside of that, again, it's that thing where you get to the second half and he fades. I don't know what's going on there. So, the sub made sense.
He's playing every 3 days, essentially, as well.
Yeah.
I think So, final question then.
Yeah.
I mean, are we an average team or are we underperforming?
Underperforming. I think it's a combination of we need one of Tito or Barco back because Barco's been our best player this season and we're really missing him. I think once we have these Barco, Joseph, and one of the other guys can step up, Tito gets healthy, I think we're fine on that department. The back line, though, they need to have a word with themselves, just like, or as a group, just figure out what needs to be done because this defending is not good enough. Also, one more thing, shout out U.S. women, and to all the critics, they hate you because they ain't you.